welcome or welcome back to another skincare video. If this is your first time stopping by, hi, my name is Hauwa and I make beauty videos like this, so consider subscribing, and while at it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also click on the bell notification so you'll be the first to know when a new video goes up. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the nighttime routine that literally transformed my skin, and I am not even using the word transform loosely. Now, I would say before I even start this routine that my nighttime skincare routine is targeted towards clearing hyperpigmentation and evening out my skin tone. Okay, these are the two things that are very important for me right now because I have struggled with acne, I have struggled with texture, I struggle with hyperpigmentation, still struggling with uneven skin tone, and so these are the two things that I focus my routine on. So feel free to skip any part of this routine or skip any products in this routine that you might not necessarily need. Also, I'm going to be telling you guys substitutes for products that I use just in case you're not comfortable with using any of these products. Now let's get into it. So the first thing that I do is to wash my face, and boy oh boy, I've always known that washing your face is a very, very important part of your skincare routine, but I never really paid attention to the type of face wash that I use. Honestly, I would just buy face wash that is meant for people with oily skin, I guess, but then I have combination skin and I needed to understand that I needed something that would work for me all round. Okay, and so when I use products that are targeted towards people with super oily skin, it tends to dry out my skin a little bit more. And then if I use products that are meant for people with dry skin, then my pores kind of get clogged a little bit more. And so I was so happy when I actually started using this cleanser from Philosophy. It's the Purity Made Simple one-step facial cleanser, and as you guys can see, it is empty. Okay, but I gotta back up. I absolutely love this cleanser. I adore this cleanser. It has a very nice creamy texture. I believe that this comes in two variants. There's the other one that I think is a gel cleanser. That one is for people with oily skin, I believe, and this is for like people with normal to dry skin. And since I have combination skin, this worked perfectly for me. Okay, if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that I do not spend a lot of money on things that I wash down the drain. My money is mostly focused on things that I leave on my skin, serums and moisturizers and things like that. But this is one cleanser that I am actually willing to splurge on with no regrets because of the way it makes my skin feel. It is very silky. It leaves my skin feeling really smooth and soft to the touch, and I love how it doesn't dry out my skin, neither does it make my skin oily. It just makes my skin feel so perfect. And one thing that I also love about the experience of skincare is not just using products that work for you, but products that you enjoy using, so it doesn't feel like punishment. You know what I mean? So I really love this cleanser. The Neutrogena Hydro Boost cleanser is like a really good cleanser that works for literally all skin types. It's affordable. I have used that also in the past. It worked really well for me, but I just wanted to move on to something better. Okay, after cleansing, the next thing that I would usually do now in my routine is to exfoliate. Okay, usually the next thing that people do is to tone their skin, but because of the type of exfoliant that I use, I actually do exfoliate before I put tone, if that's what you call what I do. We'll get to that. But the exfoliant that I use is from Dr. Dennis Gross, and this is the Alpha Beta Daily Peel. I have two types here. Okay, so I have both the extra strength and I have the universal. Now when I actually started using these pads, I would say around September last year, and I'm going to tell you guys how I use these in my routine. I started with the universal. Okay, and in this video I'm actually going to be using the universal one. The difference is just that the extra strength has salicylic acid, and then the universal does not have salicylic acid, so this is a little bit stronger than this. But honestly, I don't know, like maybe because my skin is already used to it, I don't necessarily see a difference in the sense of the extra strength being stronger. If anything, I don't know, my skin actually loves the extra strength more than the universal. But I had the extra strength, and then I went to purchase another one before I run out, and then it wasn't available, so I just bought the universal. And so I have this, but both of them work fine for me. So it comes in 2 steps. Step 1 is to exfoliate and smoothen the skin, and then step 2 is the anti-aging neutralizer. So I'm sure you guys must have seen this like on the internet. It's not a new product, it's been here for ages. So the way that I would use this, I would just take this peel pad, and then you're just supposed to apply this on your skin and leave it on for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes you go in with step 2, which is the neutralizer. Now what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to exfoliate your skin, but also it's supposed to help you target dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and uneven skin tone, which is why I really love this. This contains glycolic acid, malic acid, lactic acid. The extra strength mode also has salicylic acid. I believe that they contain witch hazel as well. So if your skin is sensitive, you want to err on the side of caution. Actually, there's also the the one for like very sensitive skin. It's a blue pack. I'm going to leave a picture on the screen. So if you are not used to using this, you're just thinking of starting, I would advise to start with that one, just to get your skin used to the product, and then work your way up as well. So while waiting for 2 minutes, I am just going to tell you guys a little bit about my experience with this product. Now when I first started using it, I started using it like every other day, so I would skip a day in between use, and it was working well for me. I also started using the small trial sizes packs. I think they have like 5 treatments in them, because I didn't know what to expect, so I just didn't like buy the big size because it is expensive. But I would skip a day in between usage, and it worked well for me. I could notice that my skin was like really soft to touch, and then my skin tone was improving like gradually and whatnot, until I saw this girl on YouTube who basically said that she used this 2 weeks every day for 2 weeks straight, and it transformed her skin. And I was like, oh, I want my skin to be transformed. Maybe I'm not using it correctly. And so I took up the challenge to start using this for 2 weeks, and I only made it to day 4. Okay, after day 4, my skin was like, hello, texture. And I was like, it looked like my skin barrier was beginning to get compromised, and I was like, no, this isn't for me. And so I would honestly say that do this according to how your skin reacts to it. Okay, there are people who actually use this every single day. It is an exfoliant, and I guess the idea behind using this every single day is because it doesn't really stay on your skin throughout the night or throughout the day, depending on what time you use it, as other things. That is the use of the other part, the neutralizer. So it kind of neutralizes the effect, the exfoliating effect of step 1, to make it, you know, less harsh and like less active. At least that's what I understand from this. And so that is why the brand says it's okay to use every single day. It's 2 minutes, so I'm going to apply the second step. However, I would say that because our skins are different and react to products differently, it doesn't mean that because the brand says to use every single day, you have to use this every single day. You obviously have to observe how your skin reacts to this before deciding, you know, usage. I would say start slowly, probably 2 times a week, and then work your way up as your skin progresses. There are other options that I'm going to be leaving on the screen for you guys. There's this one from First Aid Beauty. It's really good. It's super gentle as well. You can try that out if the Dr. Dennis Gross pill pads are very expensive for you, because I do know that they're expensive. Another way to get into using it is by buying the 5 pack trial size. That's what I started with. And if you are just a beginner, you can just use it about 1 to 2 times a week. Just spread it out so that it lasts you for a month, or at least close to a month, depending on your usage. And you can also alternate with other means of exfoliation, something lighter, not as heavy duty as the Dr. Dennis Gross pill pads, because trust me, if you actually stick to this, you will not need any other means of exfoliation. It is more than enough. Moving on to the toners. See, I just use rose water. Okay, I like this one from Heritage. It's the rose water and glycerin facial mist. It's for dry to combination skin, and so I have combination skin, so I love this. Another one that I really like is the Mario Badescu one. That one is a little bit more hydrating than this one, but both of them are fine. Honestly, rose water isn't something you really need in your skincare routine, okay, to be honest. It's not something that I would say, oh, you have to have in your routine. It's going to transform your skin. It's going to make your skin glow. I know there's so many stories about rose water on the internet, and I'm not even going to get into that. People react to different products differently, okay? We have different skin types. Some people get to see like wow effects while using rose water. Other people are like, meh. I'm kind of in between, in the sense that it works for me. It does exactly what I need it to do, and that is just hydrate my skin, especially in between steps in my routine, okay? Because it's not going to be like convenient for me, like adding a toner in between every step of my routine. And there are certain products that I apply in my routine that I want to apply on damp skin, so just to maintain that dampness. It just refreshes my skin. Now this particular one does not have, you know, and like a powerful rose water smell. It is honestly very mild, because they do not have like, you know, artificial things in here. It's just basic rose water and glycerin, which is why it doesn't irritate my skin. It adds a little bit of glow to my skin. This dries down, okay? Right now I still have it on my skin, but this is how I love to go in with my next step, which is hydrating my skin, okay? This doesn't need any more introduction on this channel. You guys have seen me use this like even before I came to Canada. I've been using this Cosrx Snail Mucin Essence for like years now, so I don't think it needs any introduction. But this is just one thing that I would use in my routine, just to help bring back that moisture to my skin. And if you really want to reap the benefit of using this Cosrx Snail Mucin, you have to use it on damp skin. If you use this on dry skin, you're not going to see the effect, and that's why a lot of people feel like it doesn't work for them. That's because your skin is not damp enough, okay? You need to use this on damp skin. It will enhance penetration and make it work better. Honestly, this is a very, very basic, I would say, hydrating serum, and I actually prefer to use this than products with hyaluronic acid, because I don't know, hyaluronic acid just doesn't do that wow effect for me the way people like rave about it. I'm not a fan of hyaluronic acid, okay? I'm not going to buy a hyaluronic acid serum because I have used it in the past and it didn't really do anything for me, so I actually stick with this one. Now, one other serum that I actually love, this is pricey, okay? It is pricey. It hurts to purchase this, but I only buy this, to be honest, when my skin needs it, and I'm talking about the Estee Lauder. I feel so guilty like telling you guys about this because I know it's super expensive, but I want to be transparent with you guys and honest. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to use this. I'm just telling you guys that this works for me, okay? The Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair serum. This is one of the serums that I actually started using religiously when I was pregnant, and just ever since then I fell in love because this just brings a different glow and radiance to my skin when I use this like consistently. It is great. Now, this doesn't help with pigmentation and whatnot, but just the radiance. You know, when you see somebody from afar, you're like, oh my god, your skin is glowing, like you're glowing from within. This gives you that effect, and I absolutely love it. Now, sometimes I would actually alternate between this and the snail mucin. That's actually why I have the snail mucin, because this is pricey. There are times where I feel like, oh, my skin is good, like I could take a break from this, and enters the snail mucin essence. So if you want a substitute, a very cheaper substitute for the Estee Lauder, there are two things that I would recommend: either the Miss Hat Time Revolution Ampoule or the Cosrx Snail Mucin. Okay, now the Cosrx Snail Mucin does not have like similar ingredients to the Estee Lauder. I'm only talking about if you need something that will just, like, you know, hydrate your skin and give you that radiant looking skin, then that is a good place to start. Otherwise, you can buy the Miss Hauwa one. The only issue that I have with the Miss Hauwa one, because I have used that in the past as well, is the fact that I feel like it is more tailored for people with drier skin tones, because the way the Estee Lauder serum sinks into my skin and, you know, absorbs really properly into my skin, the Miss Hauwa one doesn't do that for me. It kind of like stays on the surface of my skin, and it gives me a little bit more oily finish than radiant finish. So that's why I personally prefer the Estee Lauder one. And I feel like the Miss Hauwa one also contains more ingredients than the Estee Lauder one, so that could be another reason why it feels a little bit too heavy for my skin. But if you have drier skin, then that is perfect for you. That's the only issue that I have with it. Otherwise, it does a really good job as well. Just quickly, another serum that you can actually use in place of the Estee Lauder one is this one from You to the People. It's the triple peptide plus cactus oasis serum. It plumpens, firms, and hydrates the skin. Now, this one has hyaluronic acid, which is why I'm not necessarily a fan of. I have finished the bottle, but I just wanted to put you guys onto this. If you have oily skin, this is going to be great for you. But if you have combination to dry skin, you might not necessarily see any effect with this, only because it is very lightweight. It is almost like water. It is so lightweight, and I want a product to absorb into my skin, but I also want it to do something. This, I don't know, it absorbs into my skin and I can't find it anymore, and I'm like, where'd the product go? That might be a good thing, but I just wish I would see the effect outwardly a little bit more, you know what I mean? So it is a good serum, but it is not as efficient. Honestly, if you'd ask me, I'd actually prefer the Snail Mucin to this. This is more expensive. It probably has more ingredients in here, but just for the way it feels on my skin, I actually would prefer the Snail Mucin. But then, if you don't mind, you can try this out and then let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, the next step that I do is to treat my skin. I have done the first treatment. It means by exfoliating my skin. I have hydrated, nourished my skin, and now I am going to do a step 2 treatment, or another treatment, and this one is to target my pigmentation as well as uneven skin tone. And I'm talking about the faded topicals. Okay, this baby here has been a staple in my routine, I would say, since December. So we've had a good run. This is actually my second or third tube because it lasts a really long time. I love this. Okay, it contains kojic acid. I believe it contains abritine. It contains niacinamide. It also contains tranexamic acid. So this actually has a good number of ingredients in here. Now you can spot treat with this, but honestly, I just prefer to apply it all over my face because I want that, you know, uniform, even skin tone. So that's why I actually prefer applying it all over. But if you feel like you don't need it all over your face, please go ahead and just use it to spot treat. But I use this all over my face. Now, I would say that this is a really good serum. It is affordable. To be honest, for this tube, it costs about $50 at Sephora or $51 at Sephora for this huge tube. It is a 50 ml one, and so it lasts like for months. Okay, it lasts for months. And the only issue that some people might have with this is because I think it contains shea butter, and so if you have like really oily skin or you have like problematic skin, I don't know how this would work for you, especially if you do not like shea butter in your skincare products. But other than that, honestly, this is a really good serum. The only thing is that it is not a miracle worker, so you have to give it time, okay? I know that the way influencers will make you feel is like you put this on and the next morning you wake up and all your problems are gone. I wish, okay? I wish, but that's not how it works. Honestly, you have to use this for, I would say, about 3 to 4 months consistently to be able to see visible results. Again, this is highly dependent on how your skin reacts to skincare products. For me, my skin is very tough and stubborn, so I need more time to see results. But there are people who have like super sensitive skin and their skin picks up like really quickly, and so you could see results in as less as a month or 2. So I would say just give it time. It works, but you have to give it time, okay? Now on to the final step of my routine, and just for funsies, I like to rehydrate before this last step because of the product that I am using, okay? Just a little bit, and I'm gonna go in with my moisturizer to seal all of that goodness in, and this is the baby that I am using, okay? The COSRX Advanced Nail All-in-One Cream. Some people feel like this is like too heavy, it is too gooey, it is too thick. I absolutely love it, especially because I am using like heavy duty treatments in my routine. So having products that also help to like balance out and nourish my skin is very important, so that my skin doesn't dry out and, you know, my skin's barrier is not compromised. So I really love this moisturizer. Honestly, you guys can see it doesn't leave like a shine on my skin. It is not heavy. It has a really nice silky smooth to touch texture, which I absolutely love, and my skin is just glowing. You guys can see the finish. This is actually the last, okay? This is the last thing I do as far as my nighttime skincare routine goes. So I am literally done with my routine and we're looking cute, okay? If you guys have any recommendations, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in another video. Please let me know if you have used any of these skincare products, how they've worked for you, and thanks a lot for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Bye.